This is Donna, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to give you an update to show you that I completed my fence. I'm really pleased on how it turned out, and I like the way the watercoloring of what I did in the background, even before I added the fence. I like the way it's popping through, so you have a natural grassy area popping through, and I really like the way it turned out. I also did a little bit more of the cobblestone. I will leave some of the natural material in there, in between some of the color combinations and that. Now, as you see, I added a piece of blue material on top for some sky, or blue for the sky area, and the material has like faded white stitches in there, so it kind of looks like clouds, which I kind of like as well. And as you see, I started to make trees. Now I had these artificial leaves that I found somewhere. I don't even know where I found them anymore, but I had them in my stash, and I decided, well, instead of trying to attempt to draw out a tree and then start threading everything, I wanted to go an easy route first, just to test the waters. So what I did was I cut the stems off of these leaves, and I'm using them as a base outline for my tree, but I'm adding stitches on top of them. Now I will not fully cover these leaves. I will leave some of the natural leaf material showing, but at least I'm giving it some kind of characteristic and some texture. Now for this one, I did an outline of the tree trunk. I will eventually fill it in with some long and short stitches, and I'll be using, lighter colors, darker colors. I'll be using two or three different shades of brown. But right now, for the darker brown, I did the outline. Then I carried that up and added like tree branches already of the vein of the leaves that was still in there, because I didn't cut it all out. And what I started to do, and I'm using two different shades of green, is I'm adding some French knots to give it some more characteristics. So I'm going to attempt to show you how I take and approach these French knots. So bear with me. It's not going to be pretty, but let me see what I can do here. So let me see if I can get this focused. Okay. So I'm going to bring my needle up. And I have a bad habit. I don't keep tension on my thread or my floss, and I have to start doing that because I come up with some errors of some loopy knots or just droopy loops, and I can't get them out unless I cut them out and start all over again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the floss and I'm going to wrap around my needle 3 times. I'm going to put it back into the material a little bit away from where I actually pulled the needle up through first, grabbing the tension of that thread, and then I'm going to pull the needle down, holding that tension, and then I'm just going to pull that through, and there's my French knot. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to bring up the needle. I'm not the expert of French knots, so this took me a little bit of time to learn. I wrap my needle 3 times, keeping my finger on that thread that I wrapped so it doesn't come loose. Go back down into the material, hold on to the thread I just wrapped, keep attention, it's not, no wait, let me bring this back out because I have it too far away. So let me start that again. And I'm glad I'm leaving these little boo-boos or happy accidents in here, so it shows you that I am still learning and still practicing, but still trying to show on how I take and approach these stitches. So here I am. I'm taking it down, holding on to the needle and to the thread with tension, and there's my French knot. So I'll probably be doing more of the darker green, and then I'm going to be adding some more of the lighter shade in between. Again, I'm going to leave most of the natural material of this leaf in, just showing groups here and there of the French knots, and then I will be doing the same on this side. Once I get those two completed, I will give you, in fact, when I start the tree trunk, I will also bring you on how I'm approaching that as well. But in the meantime, I at least wanted to give you an update on where I'm at. This is still a work in progress. This is all my practice pieces. So I'm doing a lot of practicing, a lot of learning. And trust me, there's a lot of times where I have to rip out and start all over again. So, but I'm very pleased on how so far things have been turning out. Thank you so much for visiting me tonight. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Until our next visit and our next conversation, you take care. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Please share the video. And I look forward to speaking with you and talking with you soon. Take care now.